Attack on Titan is one of the greatest shows and animes out there in a really long time, mainly because how they make small episodes into like one of the best like storylines and plots I've ever seen in anime, and it's been like that for a really long time. I haven't seen an anime that come out in the last few years that trumps this anime, and it's the greatest of all time. One of the things that happened in the season finale was Han's death, and before I get started, I just would like to tell you guys, like, thank you so much for liking my videos, and like and subscribe to my channel when you guys can. Smash that like button when you can, and drop a comment below, a review of what you guys thought about the episode and why you thought it was important. So let's get started. Han's death was pretty simple. I mean, the Smiling Town was there. Hans was trying to protect Mikasa and Eren being the main character, and Hans just got unfortunately happened to get snatched away by the by the Smiling Titan, and you know, he was snapped in half and she ate him. But what really peeked out to me was Eren's reaction, because yeah, it was obviously the obvious reaction of losing a parent, and he lost another parent in a way, because Hans was like Iruka Sensei from Naruto in a way where you know, he was like a parent, and you know, even if Eren and Mikasa didn't have two parents right now, I guess he was the closest connection to being a parent. And also he was a good parent too, because he was social at times. He would go out, he would still go out and still live like a normal human being and drink, even if, you know, this entire war between the Titans was happening. He would go out and still be a father to Mikasa and Eren, and he would still take care of them. He would still try to keep his promise to Eren's mother as well. But it's unfortunate because when he died, it was like one of the saddest moments in all of like this entire season so far. But it also showed how Eren's reaction was, because it was really interesting to see that how he couldn't move and turn into a Titan, but you can tell like he felt like he's losing it, because in this case and scenario, he could, if he turned into the Attack Titan, he could have probably, you know, protected Hans, but in this case he wouldn't be able to turn. And you know, it was just crazy to see him like paralyzed on the floor and unable to react to the situation. But luckily he had Mikasa right by him, and you know, Mikasa really shared her feelings about how she loved him, and kind of like how he always wrapped the scar around her neck, you know, on any given day. So it really helps it really showed that, you know, Mikasa and Eren have a really close connection. And also you know, that was one of the main things that happened, Hans' death, and it was probably the saddest moments in all of anime. Aside from Hans' death, there's Mikasa's feelings as well. Mikasa was, you know, really just in this episode, and she was more feminine. She expressed more than she usually does. She wasn't a warrior. She was more of her skill set was mainly love, and she was just always just holding on to Eren, trying to make sure he was all right. And even in the clips, Eren's holding her. And, you know, usually it's the opposite way around, where Mikasa's kind of protecting him, because Eren, he's good as a Titan, but he's not really that good of a fighter. So usually Mikasa's the one like kind of like saving him. But in this episode, she was more of the person that was kind of being saved by Eren. And Eren, due to, you know, her being like really kind, unlocks this new power, and this new power is to control Titans, obviously. And then with this new power, Eren is able to kind of be like one punch man, and just go and fight this Titan. But he doesn't cause any damage, but he's able to cause this electrical surge between all the Titans and Titan shifters that enabled all the Titans to attack the Smiling Titan. And it's just really brave of him, and the Smiling Titan gets jumped. And also after a little bit time passes after that, you know, the Armored Titan can also try to get Eren, and they get jumped as well. So Eren basically kills two birds with one stone. Not only that, but there's just how he is. He's just more of a warrior in this episode. And yeah, that's basically it. And in the last few clips of this episode, Levi is more perplexed, and he's more, you know, just kind of like astounded with Vermin's expression. Vermin's looking down at this little book. Vermin, if you guys don't know, he's the commander and chief of the of the scouts, and you know, he's looking at this picture, and he's smiling because he finally has some hope of how you know, we are one step closer to killing the Titans and uncovering the truth behind them. And it's just a very, like, a scary look that Levi gives, because he's just like, we're still killing people, you know, it's not worth this cost. But Vermin, what I guess he's speaking from experience, because he was out on the field and he finally sees, like, you know, we have to kill these Titans, even if it costs almost everybody dying in humanity. Not everybody, but, you know, mostly everyone. And you know, at the far distance of everything, you just see the Beast Titan literally looking back, and, you know, behind him there's just one man with goggles and blonde hair, and he reminds me of, like, the guy from Fullmetal Alchemist, Edward Elric's father, and he looks very similar to him. But I'm pretty sure that is the identity of the Beast Titan, and I think we're gonna find out in the next season. And I think it was a really, really good setup of animation and artwork they did, because now it really shows, like, you know, what's gonna happen next season, and it's gonna attract more viewers, and it's gonna make sure that next season is set up the right way, just as good as this season and the season before it. And I gotta admit, I feel that you know, Attack on Titan is one of those few animes that has a small amount of episodes, but they really, really do care about what the users like look at and the viewers look at, and they really like to show, like, how much thought and emphasis they put into animation, the plot line behind it, and they really do, you know, keep the emotions up of all the characters, and, you know, they keep up with all the storylines, and you actually feel it as a viewer, that, you know, when you watch this episode, you see, like, you know, your own emotions kind of flare up, because depending on the situation, you're either, like, really, like, you know, you're having a little bit of exhilaration, you're just feeling angry, you're feeling sad, and you just feel really jumpy. So I think it really, you know, it really helps a viewer feel the anime really well. So that being said, this is my analysis of Attack on Titan Season 2 Episode 12. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And you'll see more from me coming out soon. My next video is going to be about Dragon Ball Z Super, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a great Father's Day. Later. Peace.